You know the biggest thing about building furniture? In order to achieve the right product, the critical decision is made at the very beginning. You sort of can't use the wrong components and the materials and expect to get the right check at the end of it. And I discovered that's pretty much our lives. It's really about deciding who you want to be. In Nigeria, corruption is quite prevalent. There are many business practices that are based on cheating, taking advantage of the customer, or business deals that are not conducted fairly. When I wanted to start my business as a young person, manufacturing furniture, I decided that two things were critical for me. I was never going to sleep with a man to get a job, and two, I was never going to pay a bribe. It seemed like naivety of idealism, but I knew that I could make it work. A year or so into my business, I gave my life to the Lord. Considering I come from a Muslim background, that became a whole new experience for me. I had started heading the business fellowship in my church. It gave me the grounding and the confidence to continue with my quest and my desire to build a business based on biblical principles. In the pursuit of building institution or building wealth, I will not deter from righteousness. In 2004, there was an announcement in the news that just says importation of any form of furniture is banned. By that single announcement, about 80% of our business was shut down. Now, that was a very scary moment. My option was to choose to become a smuggler, and a lot of people chose that route. They would make a deal with the customs officers to get around it. I wouldn't do that because everything I'd learned and the principle I'd chosen to live by didn't fit in with that. So I called my staff, had a meeting and said, look, I'm not firing anybody. We're going to go through this. I just need you guys to pray for me and ask the Lord to grant me the grace and wisdom for this season. I looked at the whole furniture value chain and I found that the most difficult to replicate locally would be office seating because it's very technical. I went to the largest French office seating manufacturer and went to talk to them about having a joint venture in Nigeria. So they laughed because they're the largest in France, one of the top 10 in the world. They sell everywhere in the world, but they only produce in France. I'd been doing business with them for up to about 10 years then, but I'd left a good record. 2 weeks after, they called to say, you know what, we'll give you technical support and we'll do like 5% investment. As we built the business plan and everything, they changed their mind and moved their investment from 5% to 21%, and all technical support and training of all the staff that would be required. I then went on to set up the other factories in order to meet our entire value chain within the business. At the end of it, we became a bigger and a better company than we were before the crisis. And the whole process of responding to that situation and the build-up of the new companies that emerged from it opened doors to a corporate career because companies started looking for people who had integrity and certain value system to sit on their boards.
First Bank is well known for its governance structure. So anybody who would be the chairman of First Bank has to be somebody with a lot of high ethics, high integrity. That's why she was chosen to become the first female chairman of First Bank. First Bank is the biggest bank in the country, so that puts it in a bigger light.
She's very, very well respected. She's also someone who's very influential, so she's the culture shaper. She's become an example of how to do business as a Christian in Nigeria.
You can see her faith in her, in the way she talks, the way she deals with every staff. Ready to listen to you, ready to show you how to grow. Our mission and vision is just all about doing the right things, showing integrity in what you do.
In the last 28 years, I believe that the level of success that we've achieved as a business has shown that even though our value system was taught not to make it possible to succeed in this environment, we have proven that not to be true. By deciding in advance my values, by deciding in advance my focus, and in trusting Him, He will lead me every step of the way to the right place.